2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, it's been all about winning games right now. The results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season, and it has to be said they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. You look at the roster of the Suns for this season and the past few seasons, and you'll notice a common theme. Boy, they got a lot of guards. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, it's nice to have a multiple of guys who can handle the basketball, do certain things, change things up. But, you know, sometimes that not having a lead guard hurts you down the stretch in close games.
You know, and their decision to load up on guards was part of the reason why Dragic won it out. But having a lot of guards work for the Golden State Warriors, they won a championship. Will it work for Phoenix? We shall see.
Well, let us get down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
We're live, the home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Welcome to Noche Latina here in the NBA. A Latin flavor to the night's festivities as we get ready to go. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And with the road trip approaching, the Heat will play their final game of their homestand. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top-caliber teams face it off on the hardwood to do battle.
And I think for Miami, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
They look to be a dangerous team. I wouldn't have thought that a few months ago, but now I'm a believer.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Suns, Paul out there with Booker. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Sanders. And it's the machine in at the center. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
A nice shot by Booker.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
They set the screen. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Bosh against Morris. 5 on the clock. Bosh can't get it to go.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year, but the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
Lowry kicks to Wade. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Dang gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Lowry with the block. Goes up, and the dunk by Bosch.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And he gets it to go.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Passes it to the closer. There's the pick. Fader on the way, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Paul. Against Charlotte, he was really on his game. It's stolen by Lowry. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Paul pulls it down.
Excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Wade with no one around. Knocks down the three ball. Wade's got his first 3 points of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Morris a screen. Paul passes to Morris. Here's the machine, and he banks in the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 blocked shots and also altered a ton of shots. You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Morris, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
They set the pick. Wade kicks to Bosch. Pass to Dang. Back to Bosch. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
The drive by Paul. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Miami trailing. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Jeff Hornacek. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Ball against Lowry. Paul kicks to Booker. Offensive rebound. Back to Paul from downtown. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Lowry with the ball. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to Chicago. Wade dishes to Bosch. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. And it's 7 points for Chris Bosh. For Phoenix, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Here's Booker. Rebound by the Heat. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Chris Bosh. Paul passes to the machine. It's Morris atop the key. Here's Booker. 5 on the clock. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Miami's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. To the middle. Here's the closer. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. The closer's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the star that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Suns have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And Booker kicks to Paul. Count the bucket. Paul's got his third bucket of the night.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Well, at this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
Kicks to Booker. The pass to the machine. Paul outside. Now here's Booker. He's covered by Deng. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
On the wing, Deng. Pass to the closer. Outside Jennings. From outside, off the mark. The Suns leading. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
So it's Miami now. The Suns getting the bucket. Now here's Deng. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. There's the closer. Off the left rim and out. Phoenix leading by 4. Paul dishes to Booker. Chandler is screen. Stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And he gets the bucket. Wade's got 5 points so far.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Here's Paul. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Now here's Jennings. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now Paul, after the missed 3 from Luol Deng. And it's Paul penetrating, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Free throw, good, Paul. Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA All-Team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
Both shots good from the stripe.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
The Heat trail by 6. Outside Jennings. Whiteside kicks to Wade. Whiteside Jennings, 4 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Wade, following the shot by Chris Paul. Barnes kicks to Whiteside, and it's Wade penetrating. Here's Stoudemire, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right, once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Jennings, looking for his first basket still in this one. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly from 18. And Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist from Brandon Jennings.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Iman Shumpert is checked in for the Suns. .32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jennings passes to Stoudemire. Whiteside sets the pick for Stoudemire. It's back to Jennings. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him.
One little pump fake, and he had all the time he needed to go hard to the rack.
It's one of the most reliable moves you can make. So pretty when it works.
Show him the ball and then take it to the hoop.
They set the pick. Crawford drives in. Comes up empty off the pick.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns ahead. They lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the court for the Suns, we got Jay Crowder. Markieff Morris is out there with Saric, and it's Crawford, and it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard position.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
No good on the free throw. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
He doesn't get the second one. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Sanders. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Lowry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here is Sanders. He had 28 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Now, here's Sanders, following the miss by Kyle Lowry.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Sanders. Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Deng comes in for Barnes. And the Suns also making a change. Paul's checked in. Sanders hits them both. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Jennings dishes to Deng. And there's the call on Bosh. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Suns leading by 8. To the wing right side. Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jennings kicks to Bosh. There's a screen. He feeds it to Lowry. Clock at 6. Dishes to Dang. Fires from deep. Miami no good on that time either. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Sanders passes to Paul. Turnaround Jay. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 11 points.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Morris against Bosh. Feeds it to Dang. 17-foot shot on the way. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Booker dishes to Sanders. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 10.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Jennings kicks to Bosh. Jennings passes to the closer. It's back to Jennings.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Lowry against Paul. Bosh, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry kicks to Bosh. And the shot falls short this time.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Paul, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. And you look at Sanders, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
And the first one at the line is good.
Paul's been great. 12 points now, and 3 assists as well.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Good on both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now here's Jennings, looking for his first basket still in this one. Dang for 3. Another miss by Dang.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Booker dishes to Morris. Passes it to the machine. From 13, the shot no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Suns leading by 11. And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with this style of play.
Now here's Jennings. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Bosh. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Bosch has got 13.
I love that stroke that you saw from Bosch right there.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
Suns leading by 9.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists in the game. Phoenix has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. The feed to Booker. In the corner, Sanders with it. To the paint. Morris kicks to Booker. The machine passes to Paul. He had a nice open look right there. Paul's got 15. The Heat trail by 9. Jennings dishes to Bosch. It's back to Jennings. On the wing, Dang. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Soft touch off the glass. 8 points for the closer.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And a wide open look for Sanders. Gets an open look and hits.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Lowry passes to Bosch. Inside. Shot is no good. Good D by Sanders. Suns leading by 9. Paul outside. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Paul's got 17 now. The Heat have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Lowry kicks to Bosch. On the wing, Dang. Now the dish to Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Bosch. With the shot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
Now here's Paul. 17 points in the game. Inside, on the wing, Chandler. Crawford drives in. That's good. Crawford's got his second bucket tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Stoudemire, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Wade with the block, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. And the Heat with some changes. Whiteside comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Barnes in for Luol Deng. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now, here's Wade after the miss from Crawford. Wade outside. Here's Stoudemire up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Crowder's got 4 points in the quarter.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Lowry against Paul. Whiteside inside. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And here we can check out the story on Dario Saric. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. 2nd in scoring, 3rd in assists. And don't forget about his hounding, frenetic defensive play. 3rd in the league in steals per game.
And what he's doing right now, I mean, carving up defensive schemes at will. Boy, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Now a timeout called by Miami. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
The Suns making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Suns leading by 7. Crawford dishes to Crowder. To the inside. Shumpert gets a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Shumpert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Lowry. Over to the wing. Whiteside inside. He's guarded by Chandler. On 7. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Crawford against Lowry. It's Crawford with the drive, and it's blocked by Whiteside. The Heat trail by 8.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Chandler with a screen for Shumpert. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Shumpert's got 5 now.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Barnes. 8 points his last outing. That drops. Barnes has got his second basket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now Barnes, after the missed three from Jamal Crawford. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Lowry passes to Barnes. Clock at 6. Here's Whiteside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Heat have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season,
Okay,
they've made a bit of
gentlemen, two
improvement.
shots.
So that's
Two
some
shots.
positive momentum they can look to build on.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Whiteside. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Crawford kicks to Crowder. Chandler with the screen on Barnes. Crowder dishes to Chandler. Saric passes to Crawford. Shoots. Crawford missing again. It'll count. No good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Suns lead by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Dwayne, it certainly looks as if you guys are having plenty of fun out here tonight. Tell us a little bit about that first half. It looked like a track meet.
Yeah, it's a lot of up and back. Close down the paint, close out the three-point shooter, get the ball out, go. So, these are one of those games that you enjoy to play.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.